Hello and welcome to the Marty and Tavi show. Marty should be joining us very soon. I spoke to her about maybe a few minutes, probably about 20 minutes ago. So she should be joining us very soon. Hopefully, nothing's happened. But anyway, I want to go ahead and get started with the show. Tonight's topic um, is accidentally killing black people actually an accident? And we can go with it a couple ways, and I hate Marty is not right on right now at this moment. But I did Google a video. I know that one of the main things that are happening as it relates to police and the accidental killings that's been happening. There is great talk around these no knock warrants that they have, that they can just enter people's homes and bam. Um, there was one recently, and I can't call the name of the person, but I saw it. I viewed the video, and there was probably about seven officers used a key, unlocked the apartment of the guy, and obviously he was sleeping with his gun, and somebody came into his home. He was on the couch, kind of tangled up in cover, and it was just like a straight execution. I mean, he didn't even have time to think. Just and then, from what I understand, is um, they that wasn't even the guy they were looking for. So I'm not sure what happened to Marty. I was expecting for her to go ahead and come on in and join us, and she hasn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Um, and okay, so she's trying to log in now. Let me find out what's going on with her because we really need her on this show. So let me see if I can help her out. Huh, okay, let's find out what's going on. What's wrong? I'll resend her the link just to be sure. I'll send it to her email. Um, Not sure what happened, but it's okay. If we can get her on here, that will be great. So, see if we can get Marty on here so we can really have a great show. Let's see. I'll send it to her email this time and see if that's better for her. I sent it through the phone. Okay. Let's see. All right. And then send it to her. Probably when I do all this, she'll probably be right there waiting on me. Let's see if she's back yet. Okay, she's right here and she's probably listening. All right, so I was sending you a link through the email, and
Okay.
obviously you figured it out. I said that. Um, haven't done anything besides tell people I was trying to help you in. So that's as far as we got in with the show and the title. Um, what I wanted to do, I found a little short video, and I know that the accidental killers don't stop with the police, but there is a lot of it happening, especially when they use the no knock warrants. So I have a video that's kind of explaining those no knock warrants for about 2 minutes. So I'm gonna see if I can play that video, and then we can go right into discussion. All right, so let's see. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, not real good at the sharing port yet. All right. And this should be it. Enlarge this before it start playing. And okay. So watch this for 2 minutes. So it says a no knock warrant allows officers to just come into the home. Officers are typically required to knock and announce their identity, authority, and purpose and demand to enter. A no-knock warrant are used when officers believe they are going into a dangerous situation. They can also be used if announced entry, and I think we lost Morty again. Give suspect time to destroy. All right, she's coming back in. They're only to be executed during a certain window of time. A no-knock warrant are said to have gotten their start during the Nixon administration, the war on drugs. We all know about the war on drugs. So it hasn't been around very long. At least 81 civilians and 13 officers have died in no-knock raids between 2010 and 2016 in the U.S., and I'm sure that number is very high beyond that. 42% of people impacted by SWAT search warrant deployments are Black. Wow. And we're only, 13% of the country? Florida, Oregon, and Virginia are the only states that ban no-knock warrants. Well, good for them. All right, so coming to the end of this video. All right, so some states have some restrictions on what kinds of warrants, but for the most part, we're constantly seeing the same thing happening. Let me stop sharing this screen real quick.
It's unfolding right now, today, as Russia takes steps down.
Okay, let me stop. We don't want to talk about Ukraine, so let me stop sharing that. And that's a whole nother subject. All right, Marty.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right. Okay, so the title of our show is if Blacks are being accidental deaths of Black people really truly an accident is what our show title, and obviously you gave that title. I took it one way, but I don't know where you were going with that, so I'm going to let you chime in.
Of course we know it's not an accident. We just now there's major
Might not have the best signal with Marty. Sound like she's really going to tell us something. I really hope she comes back. All right. It's another Marty coming up. So let's see if that Marty.
My phone keep going out. I have no answer as to why.
And you ain't did nothing different.
Nope. I'm outside. So. We are having this discussion now around the country about the fight that happened at the New Jersey Mall with the two cops. So they showed exactly how this isn't accidental. Nothing that has happened to us is by accident.
Mm-hmm.
It's all by choice. And when I was thinking about accidental killing, I'm looking at killing in a number of ways. We can look at it academically, because the bulk of the teachers are 80+% white and half are women, right? So they're killing our children intellectually. When you think of the psych field, predominantly white. Now they've come out and apologized for the lies they've said about Black and brown people. But that's
Can you
a
chime
killing.
in on that? I don't know if I'm familiar with the lies. What's the lies?
Hell, America. Oh, excuse me, America. I guess with the intentional misdiagnosing African Americans and Hispanics of whatever mental state or mental disease or whatever, they were all a hoax. They lied, and this national organization came out and apologized specifically to African Americans for knowingly lying. So, when we look at all of these different fields, career paths, and where they're strategically putting white women, this is the Casual Killing Act to me.
Mm.
How
So
about you?
the Casual Killing Act is really actually a law, isn't it? Or not?
Obviously, yeah. I mean, we just saw with Dante Wright, the killing of the young African American male. She got 2 years. Woo. We also have African Americans in cages for 30 and 40 plus years for things that law enforcement know they did not do. So nothing has changed. And that was what, 1669? So it's imperative that we have this conversation along with America. And I'm converse out, because this country already knows what it's doing,
Mm-hmm.
killing us one by one.
Just pick,
Right?
just pick. But so and when that approach has happened in other ethnicities, it's usually a genocide. How are we still surviving if there's, and I know it is. I won't say if, because it is. What is keeping us surviving, and what's the solution? Do you think that how do we stop it? We can't, or what? Because if you're saying that everything is and I'm putting on some headphones, hasn't changed, then how do we get it to really change?
Start killing back.
Gary just laughed.
I mean, it's only so much praying we're going to do, and they still going to do this. It's only so much forgiving we can do, and they still doing this. So basically, we done gave them a pass to continue this. And this is happening to our children, our women, and our men. We ain't doing nothing in return. So I'll kill you too. Or slide you some ends for you and your family and keep on killing y'all one by one. But you start doing what they do, then it's oh my God. It's a wake-up call then.
So it's almost sound like you're saying that there's a call for a civil war, pretty much, because that would mean that Black Americans would have to take up arms against other Americans that are killing them.
Exactly. Because we surely don't have a problem with doing it to ourselves.
So how could we do it the Martin Luther King way?
Yeah, fuck King. They killed his ass, so clearly. Oh, I ain't supposed to be cussing him. Too bad.
But obviously everybody favored King and the approach because it was a nonviolent approach, and what you're calling for is not a nonviolent approach, but it might actually work. But obviously that makes people very uncomfortable.
And living in America, not knowing if today is going to be your day, that's not uncomfortable. Give me a break. Because of the Bible.
And it isn't, but it's disguised as something else. Even though you and I, because of our attentiveness to, wake up and understand more, we know that it's not.
Right.
But the masses are conditioned, and they believe that, it's something different. And in order to wake those masses up, we have to reach the masses. And calling for violence, I don't see the masses running and flocking behind violence. And
not because they still waiting on Jesus.
Right. So you saying prayer, we ain't gonna be able to pray our way out of this either, huh? Like prayer ain't gonna
we ain't did it in 400 years. Clearly. No.
Yeah, you got a point there. I mean,
you look like some fools,
But what they said, them old folks say, you gotta keep on keeping on. Just gotta keep on keeping on, pressing on. They say, keep your eye on the prize. There's a prize somewhere, right?
They've been lying.
We can do this, Marty. I believe we can do this. We can get the masses to wake up. We can do it without having a lot of bloodshed. I think.
You start killing them back. You start killing their kids. I promise you, they'll get it real quick. No, we start killing. I mean, because they kill theirs all the time. They go into schools and shoot up their kids. You know what I'm saying? And they still holding on to white supremacy and them
They
guns.
they don't put no metal detectors in them schools. So that would
Sure
solve
don't.
because all the schools with metal detectors, they don't have those issues. But they won't
Nope.
put the metal detectors in them schools and how their kids walk through it for sure.
Exactly.
But they put our kids and make sure they walk through it from kindergarten.
Yep. Messing with
Searching
them
bags,
psychologically. Yep.
frisking them. Yeah.
Violating them. Most definitely.
And I would have never known that had I not became a sub and went and subbed in schools because the schools I put my kids through, they've never had to walk through a metal detector.
Right.
Ever. So it's
That
sad.
that plays with your psyche.
But
You
see,
know what I'm
but think about it. Had I not gotten that experience and having this conversation with you, I'd be like, my kids will never have to walk through a metal detector. And, that's not an issue. And that's what I find coming from the people that I've been brought up with, and they're in their comfortable state of wherever they're at, and they just don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, they don't know because that wasn't their reality, and it's almost. I don't think so because I wouldn't have known. I'm telling you, and you talking about.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, you talking about somebody who have went through two worlds, and I'm telling you, the world that I'm originally from, they don't know because they're comfortable, and they have been participating in the standard America society with inferior status, but a comfortable status at the same time. And it's like, okay, well, we might not have exactly everything, and might not be treated the best, but we ain't treated the worst either. I'm telling you, I'm just talking about people mentalities that, are living the American dream and saying, okay, I made it, y'all. It's up to y'all to make it. I ain't gonna go help them Negroes.
Yeah.
You met some of those?
Until they need the Negroes.
Why would they need them when they're comfortable?
Trayvon Martin, mama.
I don't know if I'm following you on that.
Very elite. Now
really?
She all in the movie. That's why I said until you need the Negroes.
Also, his mother was elitist. I didn't realize that. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't follow that closely. I mean,
Sandra Bland, mama. Oh, she was not over that. And like she said, it was until it hit her daughter that she realized, damn, I gotta wake up. This happening to all of us. Let's pull up a video of her mom talking.
So we're gonna need people to wake up individually like that. I want to know how we wake the masses up for them to get that understanding before it happened to them, but them getting up knowing that it can happen to you.
They ain't no damn fool. They know exactly that it can happen and will happen. They know.
So then if they ain't no doggone fool, then why are they not helping?
Because they ignorant. Shit. Ignorant as hell. And it's always gotta hit your doorstep. Now you crying, girl. Bye.
Marty.
What?
You being a little violent tonight.
Girl, right there, it pissed me off. So I don't tell me. We talking about my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, overall, we got the title of if it's accidental. So obviously, you don't believe that the killing that's been ruled accidental is accidental.
It's not.
You don't think nobody? I mean, let me ask this question. Let me frame this question. So you don't think nobody could mistake a taser for a gun? I mean, a gun for a taser?
No.
No. So when he shot Daunte Wright in the back, like he did, I mean, not Daunte Wright. Yeah, Dante
She
Wright. When Kim Porter, I'm sorry, yeah, when she shot him dead, you don't think she really believed she had a taser instead of a gun?
no, I don't. Matter of fact, I know she did.
Mm. Yeah, I know his mother. I seen a reaction of his mother when she got that 2-year sentence, and I'm just like,
Well,
it's
I'm
some
like, join the black mothers.
like a slap on the wrist. Like it's so much and it's draining um to see what's happening all across this country to people, black and brown people, because it's not just black people, but it's the other brown people too that feel the inferior status as well. Probably not
The
as
same,
big of
the
a
same
target.
people the same people that love to act like they white, who disassociate with blackness. I don't care about them because
Well, you got to
America
remember.
America love to remind them who they are now, but they oh we check that white box in a minute. That's who they associate.
Well, at some point back in the 60s, the Mexicans were considered white at one time and treated a certain way um, over us. And I lost Marty again. I don't know, guys. I think it's going to be one of those shows where we're just not going to get nothing done. Um, she's coming back. Hold on. Yeah, it's spinning too. So I'll see if she comes in.
I'm here.
All right. All right. Let me see if I can get this other one off. Okay. All right. What are you doing? Changing phones? How am I getting two of you?
I have no idea.
Hmm. So I guess it just goes a bad signal and then you reconnect and it give you another connection. Probably. I don't know. But anyway, I don't even remember where we left off at because we were in the middle and then you turn into a circle. So
You was talking about Dante's right mom.
oh yeah, in her reaction to that 2-year sentence. Can you imagine? You
Girl,
know?
I want her to welcome her to the reality of black moms everywhere. So hey,
Welcome.
I
I've lost Marty again. Thanks, Matu. I see your comment. Thank you, brother. Love the Afro. Hopefully, Marty comes right back in. It's just one of them nights. We're gonna have to test her and get her somewhere solid for us to continue this because it's gone in and out. This is like the fifth time. This reminds
right
us. This reminds me of our first show.
feel like it too. I did reach out to Katie. That's Dante Wright's mom. I reached out to her and gave her my condolence, and I encouraged her to look up 1669 Virginia law on Casual Killing Act, cause she also got white privilege. Although her son was mixed, she got white privilege, and I'm gonna need you to see how they treated your son. This has been going on since 1600 in this country.
Mm-hmm.
So what you gonna do with this knowledge you got now? Because she probably can get some shit, some laws passed or whatever. But then again, like she said, her white tears trump justice. So she need this system in place for her too.
Mm-hmm.
Because although it's her son, she still got white skin.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. And then I lost Marty again. I couldn't even tell her your comment. So she's coming. It seems like she's coming right back on soon as she get kicked off. And I'm not sure who this is. Christy Jenkins, Von Rent. I'm not sure what this is. Tell her welcome to the back of the bus. So when she comes back in, I'll definitely let her know, Matu. And I don't know. I think this is just a mistake or something. I'm not sure. But moving on until she comes and joins us. Hopefully she comes and she just doesn't give up on popping back in because we still have about another half an hour. There she is. Welcome back. Whenever her little circle gets to spinning. He said, research a good book called The Color of Law. Let me show this. So, one of our listening audience is saying, Matu, he's saying, research a good book called The Color of Law. So, guys, you tune into this podcast, make sure that you do that. And I was trying to hope Morty comes back in, but it looks like she might be stuck out there because it's just spinning. Normally, it pops right back up, and it's not doing that. So, I'm not going to continue the show if she can't continue the show. I know that. I might have to end the show and do this, like maybe pre-record and send another one out. I don't know. But I really wanted to finish the show, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. Marty, can you hear me? Are you in that circle anywhere? You don't hear me either, guys. So, but I'll keep talking and see. Hopefully she comes in. If not, I don't really like doing the Marty and Tabby show without Marty. It makes me feel like the other show that I do in Savannah, and I don't want to be just one single person doing this. This was me and her coming together, basically just taking our phone conversations and bringing it to podcast for others to be able to discuss with us. She said keep kicking her off. So I'm just going to go ahead and end the show. I'm just going to tell her we'll just end it and we'll just do another one. Test it. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. I thank you for tuning in, but I'm going to go ahead and end the show without her permission. But hold on, let me make sure. I'm going to ask her first. How about that? Do you want me to end the show? Because we can always come back and pre-record or whatever. Let me see if she's trying to get back in or not. I want to end the show and then she figures out her connection or whatever. So we were fine last week and the week before. I'm not sure what's going on different tonight. She did it from her car both nights and we were fine. Okay. So you have a question. What do you know about the program in Savannah that's welcoming new residents? Matu, very little. If there is a program, it's not telling the natives, because the natives is yeah, the natives is fighting for the little land that they have. They're gentrifying Savannah like crazy. Right now, the average rent in Savannah for an apartment is like $1,200. So of course they're welcoming new residents, but probably not any low income residents for sure. Because the rent, everything they're building, the rent $1,200 for studio apartment, $2,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment, and they're going into the west area where the natives have been living for quite some time, and gentrifying it, fighting it. Actually, I'm supposed to be going there next month. It's so much going on in Savannah. Like I said, you'll be able to tune into my show. I'm gonna relaunch my our vulnerable communities on March 1st. I'll make sure I send you the link to that. I have a whole lot more information, and with you asking that, I'm gonna make sure that I look into that, because I know they're fighting, and I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention like I need to. But I told them I'm going to come back and start doing my show, which was reporting just on that. So thanks for asking, and I'll have a more solid answer for you in about a week. And then you can start following our vulnerable communities on the All Things Relevant Media. That if you go find that page. It's called All Things Relevant Media is what it will be playing on, and it'll play Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. is the structure I have, and it's a whole lineup of shows that's informative and everything. So you'll probably like that page, period, to start watching if you do want to know what's going on in Savannah. Those are all grassroots people on the ground fighting for what's left, because there's not much left, and that's why I want to get ahead of things in East St. Louis before we be looking 30 years from now saying, dang, wish we would have did this and that. And that's what's going on in Savannah. A lot of people are regretful. They thought that the new developments that was happening in Savannah was going to improve the quality of life for them, but instead it's just pushing them out because a lot of the Black and brown people have the hospitality jobs that really don't pay much at all, and nothing to be able to pay $1,200 rent. So anyway, Marty's not coming back. I'm going to end this show. You guys have a great night, and thanks for tuning in.